Evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Liz Quidantes.
And I'm Alexis Cruz. Jim has the night off.
Millions of Floridians are under a state of emergency tonight as Hurricane Milton sets its sights on the West Coast.
Right now, the storm is set to make landfall as a Category 3 hurricane, with major impacts across the entire state of Florida.
The rain we had today is not Milton, but due to a tropical system sitting to the west, and that caused some flooding. This is video sent from a viewer in Mangonia Park. You can see the area already starting to flood. Milton will bring us even more rain.
A state of emergency has been issued for 51 Florida counties that include all of our local counties who are in the projected path of the storm. That southwest coast of the state tracking major precautions after being slammed by Helene not too long ago.
Tonight, we have live team coverage tracking Hurricane Milton. Our reporters are standing by throughout our area. Our Danny Travis joins us on the southwest coast of Florida.
But first, we want to start with Chief Meteorologist Vitas Reed, which has the latest 5 o'clock advisory. Vitas, you're saying the winds have strengthened?
Yeah, this storm is a monster. It's gotten even stronger than what the previous 2 p.m. update was. This is Hurricane Helene moving east at 10 with 180-mile-per-hour winds. This is a very strong storm, very dangerous storm just sitting north of Meridia over in the Yucatan Peninsula. So we're looking at the satellite imagery here of Hurricane Milton moving east at 10. Once again, winds at 180 miles per hour. Very well, tightly packed storm. The gusts are up to 220 miles per hour. This is an amazing storm. This thing has formed over in the last 20 hours, going from Category 1 to Category 5. And that means we have seen rapid intensification like you've never seen really before. This is very rare for this to occur. Take a look at how well defined the eye is. The hurricane hunters flying through the storm said there are birds trapped in the eye, just flying around, following along the track of the storm as you see the very tightly packed storm continue with those gusts up to 220 miles per hour. Now, as far as the track, here's what it looks like with the latest information and guidance. We're looking at that storm making a little bit of a turn, then being a Category 4 by Wednesday, 2 p.m., then maybe making a landfall right near, kind of still, if you're looking in the cone of possibility, if you take the center portion, right over towards the Tampa Bay area. So we're watching this very closely at a Cat 3. Remember, it could shift a little bit further south, a little bit further north. Further north shift means a little bit less impact for southeastern portions of Florida. Further south track means a little more impact as we see south of Lake Okeechobee and down in our area. So we have to watch that closely. A little closer look, zooming in, you can see how that's trying to make its way towards Tampa Bay. If it goes north of that, it's going to be dragging in tons of water across those areas. So we are looking at a lot of storm surge along the western edge of the state from Tampa, stretching down through Sarasota, Fort Myers, as far south as Naples. I'm going to have the latest information as far as what we might see locally here over the next few days coming up.
In a news conference, Governor Ron DeSantis emphasized today there is still time to prepare for Milton. That includes things like pulling in your trash cans and any debris around your home. With tropical storm force winds not expected to reach our area until midday Wednesday, now is the time to finalize any preparations and be sure of your plans.
Residents up and down Florida's Gulf Coast from the Fort Myers area to the Big Bend are still dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, which came ashore less than 2 weeks ago.
Now, all eyes are once again on the Gulf of Mexico as Milton has quickly intensified into a very strong Category 5 hurricane with wind speeds around 200 miles per hour.
CBS 12's Danny Travis joins us from Tampa with how preparations are going there as Milton barrels towards the coast. Danny, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Alexis and Liz, well, the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg, Sarasota areas have barely had time to dry out yet after major Category 4 Hurricane Helene passed by about 100 miles off the coast just 12 days ago. And as we're hearing from Vitas, now Hurricane Milton is looking like it's going to come ashore right here. So now people are preparing for the worst. The line for sandbags at this distribution site in Hillsborough County was hours long. County Parks and Rec officials say they've seen hundreds of people come through Monday, and they expect Tuesday will only be busier. Officials also tell us they literally ran out of pre-filled sandbags after Helene, so things are much slower this time around.
There's been a lot of people out here that we saw 2 weeks ago. We asked them how they did. They lost pretty much everything in their home, and they're basically out here to get more sandbags to try to protect what little they have left. So it's a little disparaging, but we're doing the best that we can to help out the residents to make sure that they're prepared for this storm.
It's really stressful, but safety of our families and the community is the most important thing. So just trying to contribute however we can.
I really feel bad for everyone who was impacted by Helene. I am very worried naturally and praying the best, but I'm trying my best to stay calm and as positive as I can be.
Closer into the city, flood barriers have already gone up around Tampa General Hospital. The hospital sits at the corner of Davis Island, surrounded by the water in Hillsborough Bay, which is a flood-prone area. And Alexis and Liz, the effects of Hurricane Milton, of course, are going to be felt all across Central and South Florida where you guys are at. So that's why now is the time to prepare no matter where you at. So that means make sure you have your hurricane kit ready to go with non-perishable food items, lots of water, prescription medicine if you have any, and of course, food for your four-legged friends. And of course, keep an eye on the storm as it starts to get closer because it is supposed to make landfall here, like Vita said, in the Tampa Bay area around Wednesday. Reporting live in downtown Tampa, I'm Danny Travis, CBS 12 News.
Residents on the West Coast are scrambling to clean up the damage from Hurricane Helene. Before Milton hits, officials warn if the debris is left, it could be dangerous.
With Hurricane Helene, we plucked 200 people out of the water. With this storm Milton and the storm surge we're going to get, the debris that we still have outstanding laying on the sides of the roads are going to cause issues. Fire rescue, sheriff's office, and first responders might not be able to navigate roads to come rescue you.
The city of Tampa is sharing this map showing what storm surge levels could do to the region. You can see how entire neighborhoods would be underwater and rivers are at risk of overflowing. That's why state officials have ordered evacuations for the area.
It's been almost 2 years since Hurricane Nicole made landfall in Indian River County. The communities there faced damages priced in the thousands, but the people there know all too well the impacts from a hurricane. CBS 12's Victoria DeCardenas spent the day in Vero Beach with what they're doing to prep for Milton. Victoria?
Yeah, Lexi, the message from officials remains the same as we await for Hurricane Milton to make landfall. Right now, preparation is key, not panic. And some of that preparation has already started here in Indian River County. I'm here in Vero Beach. I want to show you just the line here wrapped around the Sam's Club. This line has been like this all day. Cars coming in and out, some looking to just top off their gas tanks and others looking to have some extra gas in case if they need it.
This is going to be a historic hurricane for the state of Florida.
Indian River County officials gathered Monday for a brief update on Hurricane Milton.
It's a given that we are going to have impacts of some sort. However, there are still a lot of unknowns regarding exactly what Milton's going to bring to our community.
And the unknown is motivation for people like Todd Toussaint to be storm ready. We ran into him and his wife at Home Depot.
I'm buying a piece of plywood to go over a door that doesn't have hurricane proof in our back patio that I feel that could possibly blow out with the storm.
Todd and his wife Marcella live in a modular home. They recently had someone check their hurricane straps at their home and say it can withstand up to a Category 2 storm.
We're going to stay.
We're going to ride out the storm.
We're going to ride out the storm.
Meanwhile, at grocery stores, parking lots are packed with people buying last-minute supplies. Pallets of water bottles are brought in as the shelves are wiped clean. Vero Beach resident Sue Curvin and her sister are one of several people buying the essentials.
The old standby toilet paper and water, you got to have those. Bought lunch meat in case we have no power. We bought the lunch meat and the bread and the donuts. We have donuts and we have fruit.
Indian River County officials also monitoring supplies coming to the area and assured residents there are enough supplies to go around, even as lines wrapped around gas stations like this one at Sam's Club, where several people were seen filling gas cans.
So I had gas. I just want to make sure I'm topped off.
And as a precaution, county officials have already closed the public schools in the area, the parks and the beaches. They are expected to be open by Friday, but that all depends on the damage, if any, left behind by Milton. Also, boat ramps will remain open for the next day or two. So those of you looking to get your vessels out of the water, now is the time to do so. And as a reminder, county buildings are open for the time being. Again, more information will come in about Milton, and that is a deciding factor of the opening and closings of all of these locations. Reporting live in Vero Beach, Victoria DeCardenas, CBS 12 News.
Well, many schools are shutting down ahead of Milton. Okeechobee, St. Lucie, and Indian River County schools will be closed tomorrow through Thursday. Martin and Palm Beach County will close Wednesday and Thursday. As for colleges and universities, UCF, UF, and FSU's Sarasota location are closed through Thursday. USF and Palm Beach State College will be canceled tomorrow and Wednesday. FAU will shut down starting tomorrow at 5 p.m.
The incoming storm is also causing concern about heavy flooding throughout our viewing area. Several areas on the Treasure Coast have now proven to be susceptible to flooding in the past. CBS 12's Dylan Huberman, our Treasure Coast reporter, joins us live from one of those neighborhoods in Stuart. Dylan?
Lake Circle Drive and Salerno Road here were pretty much underwater a year ago this week without a major storm, and with a major hurricane heading this way, that could be the case again.
It's going to be bad. How bad, I don't know, but it's going to be bad.
This is what Lake Circle Drive in Stuart looked like in October 2023, completely underwater, without a hurricane to blame.
All this corner was underwater. This whole street was underwater. The lake in the back was probably 10, 15 feet up into my yard.
We haven't had the lake get that high since, but with a big storm coming, you never know. Hopefully it doesn't get that high and take down the fence.
CBS 12 News visited Sierra Irwin and Brian Smith's house when the street flooded last year. Smith is not confident the drainage in his neighborhood can handle this coming storm.
Right now I'm not confident because we haven't had anything to the magnitude of the rain that we had last year. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm praying it drains quick, so it doesn't, get up into the houses or, flood the place.
County officials say crews made drainage improvements in that neighborhood after last year's flooding, but it hasn't faced a test like Milton.
We're concerned for all of our drainage systems, and that one historically has been marginal, but we very recently did a regrade of the outfall ditch that drains that neighborhood, and it's in very good shape.
Now, if the streets are flooding but your house is dry, that's a good sign. Public Works Director Jim Gordon says that means the plan worked.
When a drainage system gets overwhelmed, the roadway floods. That's intentional because that provides conveyance and storage, and it doesn't go into the finished floor of the homes.
But even with the new drainage system,
if we get rain that's more than a couple of inches an hour, then all bets are off in every neighborhood.
I'm just hoping it doesn't make it up to the house. That's all you can really do right now is hope.
they're both getting wood planks to board up their windows tonight, preparing to hunker down for the storm. In Stuart, Dylan Huberman, CBS 12 News.